Welcome, history enthusiasts, to a journey through time. Today, we embark on a captivating exploration of the Solomonic Dynasty, from the reign of Haile Selassie to the revolution that changed Ethiopia forever. Join us as we uncover the rich history, the legacy, and the enduring significance of this remarkable dynasty. But first, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and give us a thumbs up if you're ready to dive into history. Let's begin. In all of history, few dynasties have left as indelible a mark as the Solomonic Dynasty of Ethiopia. From its legendary origins tracing back to King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, to the tumultuous reign of Haile Selassie I, this dynasty has been a source of fascination and reverence for generations. However, like all things, its story too had its zenith and nadir, ultimately culminating in a seismic shift that forever altered the fate of Ethiopia. Haile Selassie I, the Lion of Judah. Let's kick things off with a bang by delving into the extraordinary reign of Haile Selassie I. A visionary emperor. Born Rastafarian in 1892, this man would ascend to the throne of Ethiopia in 1930, adopting the regal name Haile Selassie, which means Might of the Trinity. Haile Selassie's reign was marked by a passionate vision for modernizing Ethiopia. He introduced a series of reforms, including the abolition of slavery, the establishment of a constitution, and efforts to improve education and healthcare. This transformational leader even took the unprecedented step of joining the League of Nations, making Ethiopia one of the first African nations to do so. The conquering hero. Haile Selassie's rule also saw Ethiopia's heroic resistance against Italian invasion in the First Italo-Ethiopian War, 1895 to 1896. This remarkable victory earned him the moniker the Lion of Judah, a symbol of Ethiopian resistance and determination. The Rastafarian connection. One cannot discuss Haile Selassie without touching upon his unintended role as a messianic figure in Rastafarianism. Followers of this Afrocentric spiritual movement believed him to be the living God, a belief that stemmed from his lineage, which was traced back to King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. The gathering storm. Unrest and discontent. However, as the saying goes, the higher you climb, the harder you fall. Haile Selassie's rule was not without its troubles. By the 1970s, political unrest and economic challenges began to rock the Ethiopian boat. The masses were growing discontented, and the stage was set for a revolution. Enter the Derg. And enter they did. In September 1974, a group of Marxist-Leninist military officers, known as the Derg, pulled off a coup d'état that shook Ethiopia to its core. Haile Selassie, despite his regal stature, was not spared from the winds of change. He was swiftly overthrown, imprisoned, and the Solomonic Dynasty officially crumbled. The Derg era, a dark chapter. The socialist experiment. With Haile Selassie's departure, the Derg, led by the iron-fisted Mengistu Haile Mariam, wasted no time in implementing their socialist vision for Ethiopia. This was a radical departure from centuries of monarchy, and the country was thrust into a new era of governance. Human rights abuses. But this change was far from benevolent. The Derg's rule was marred by widespread human rights abuses. Political repression was rampant, and the Ethiopian people endured a period of severe repression. Economic turmoil. Economically, the country was also in turmoil. The socialist policies of the Derg had a crippling effect on the economy, leading to food shortages and widespread poverty. The dawn of a new era. A people's uprising. As the years rolled by, the Ethiopian people's resilience began to shine through. Armed resistance and popular uprisings against the Derg regime gained momentum. The desire for freedom and democracy was unquenchable. The fall of the Derg. In 1991, the momentous moment arrived. The government, after years of struggle, was overthrown. Ethiopia was ready to turn the page on its tumultuous history under the Derg. A federal democracy. Ethiopia transitioned to a federal democratic system, adopting a constitution that aimed to protect the rights and diversity of its people. The Solomonic Dynasty, however, did not make a triumphant return. Instead, Ethiopia embraced a republican form of government with a president at the helm. The legacy lives on. The power of tradition. While the Solomonic Dynasty may have ceased to be a reigning monarchy, its legacy endures. The dynasty's historical roots, stretching back to the biblical King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, continue to be cherished by Ethiopians and those who hold a fascination for history and mythology. Haile Selassie's legacy. And what of Haile Selassie, the Lion of Judah? His legacy remains deeply ingrained in Ethiopian culture and the Rastafarian movement. Despite the tumultuous end to his reign, his memory persists as a symbol of resistance and hope. Unveiling the secrets. What happened to Haile Selassie after his deposition? Haile Selassie was overthrown by the Derg in 1974 and subsequently imprisoned. He passed away under mysterious circumstances in 1975 while under house arrest. How did the Derg come to power? The Derg, a Marxist-Leninist military junta, overthrew Haile Selassie in September 1974 through a coup d'état. What was the impact of the Derg's rule on Ethiopia? The Derg's rule was marked by widespread human rights abuses, political repression, and economic turmoil. Ethiopia faced significant challenges during this period. What happened after the Derg was overthrown? In 1991, the Ethiopian government was overthrown after years of armed resistance and popular uprisings. Ethiopia transitioned to a federal democratic system and became a republic with a president as the head of state. How is the Solomonic Dynasty remembered today? The Solomonic Dynasty's historical and cultural significance, especially its connections to King Solomon and Haile Selassie, are cherished in Ethiopia and beyond. The tale of the Solomonic Dynasty, from its zenith under Haile Selassie to its nadir during the Derg era, is a testament to the ebb and flow of history. Though the monarchy may have officially ended, its echoes continue to reverberate through the corridors of time, reminding us of the enduring power of tradition and the resilience of a people. As Ethiopia forges ahead in its democratic journey, it does so with the weight of its past, a past that includes not only the Lion of Judah but also the hopes and dreams of a nation that remains steadfast in its pursuit of a brighter future. The Solomonic Dynasty may have officially come to an end, but its legacy will forever endure, a timeless chapter in the story of Ethiopia. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the history of Ethiopia and the Solomonic Dynasty. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history, be sure to check out our other engaging content on historical events and figures. And if you have any historical topics you'd like us to explore, leave your suggestions in the comments below. Remember, the pages of history are filled with incredible stories waiting to be discovered. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep the past alive.